No, you don't. John, you're not in today's video. I don't believe you use this particular model in any of your movie franchises, okay? Now go on, skedaddle. Get out of here.
This is another Airsoft Mike production.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's time for the alpha. Now, straight from the get-go, I have a question to ask, okay? Yes, this is the Terran Tactical Innovations Alpha, or as lots of sites like to say, Terran Tactical International, okay? That's the brand it's coming under. But here's the question. How is it that the previous one I did from Terran Tactical and Jag Precision, you know, the Bit Viper, how is it that on this box, they go out of their way to make sure that you know the OEM is Army Armament? But on the Alpha, yeah, nothing. Even on the side, look, it's not there. And before you say it, that sticker is actually covering up the Jag Precision logo, okay? Nothing on here says Army Armament. But if I show you again the Pit Viper box on the edge, look, it's there. What's that all about? Anywho, it goes without saying that this too would be the Army Armament OEM. Let's get it open. I'm excited for this one. Okay, so again, you have the generic Combat Master instruction manual, and if you remember from my previous video, even though it was the Pit Viper, you had the same manual, because basically the base platform, same instructions really. Poison, actually, for those that really want to know, I'm sure you already know, these are in here to keep out any moisture whilst this bad boy is in storage, but I like to call it poison. That is one long mag. Oh, and there's something else there too. Right, come on. We've got an accessory here. We'll have a look at that in a moment. And of course, would you look at this beauty? Oh, this thing is gorgeous. Full metal, hefty, substantial. Oh, look at all of that. You can fit 42 BBs in this bad boy. Nice. And of course, you've got the official Terran Tactical logo on the base and your gas valve. And of course, you've got the beast itself. Look at that. Now that does look decent. However, as you can see, there's no rear sight. There's not even a front sight. Yes, sir. So straight away, I'll tell you, you do need to get your own optics to put on this because it doesn't come with one. But hey, I'm Airsoft Mike. Of course I'm going to have one of these bad boys hanging around in my little studio here. John, no. Right, let's get to it. First thing that stands out to me is how much bigger the magwell is on this bad boy. It's substantially bigger than the one on the Pit Viper. And what I also love about this, look at the back. I hear some say Terran, I hear some say Terran, I hear some say Terran. Tomato. Anyway, look at this. As we're at the back at the spring housing, you've got, again, this very small micro checkering going on. And just like the Viper, you've got your smooth beaver tail grip safety, your thumb safety, and once again, this thing is stippled to within an inch of its life. The stippling on this is awesome. What I have noticed, unlike the Viper, there's no second screw down there. And I thought I'd just quickly show you the extent of this magwell. It makes for much easier mag reloads without even looking at it. And yes, it's metal. What I do like about this too is, look, see these holes here? The good thing about this, it gives you more options for different optics. Reason is, these holes here are so you can put one of them brackets on there and put a different sight system. Nice. And that leads me nicely into what this is. So basically, if you don't want to use an RMR type sight or whatever, if you don't want to use any sight whatsoever, you can actually blank off the top of this slide, so you can take off your optics, you can even take off that plate there, and put that on instead. And it makes it look nice and neat, and it's even got a little Taran tactical logo there, look nice. By the way, if you're wondering, is that my voice all the time? Nah, I just put those on for the videos. I'm kind of laid back when I talk. I talk a bit like this, and because I spent a lot of my childhood in the States, sometimes I slip into a slightly American accent, which it's not, you know, me. First and foremost, I'm British, okay? And this is my real voice. I just put on that other voice for the videos. Alright, so now we're going to get... sorry. Alright, so now we're going to get to the slide. Let's talk about the slide. So you got your serrations there, good for racking, and all of this is CNC'd, yeah? It's metal, yeah? Good. Ooh, let me just check something. It should do a half cock. Yes, sir! Nice! So moving along the slide, you've got your laser engraved markings. I'm loving that. It's all official, it's all licensed. Right here you've got your cutout where you can see that beautiful outer barrel. Again, what is it? Bronze? Rose gold? No one said anything in the previous video. Anyway, and of course you've got your rail system. Right now, you see this comp? This is like the big brother to the version you saw on the Viper. Look at the size of that bad boy. Hey! And the interesting thing is, look, the black inner barrel extends all the way through that compensator. You know what that means, don't you? This bad boy's going to be powerful in the chrono test. Let me just shed a bit more light on there just in case you can't see it. See it there? Nice. And that is what it looks like underneath. And of course, the comp is threaded. And it pretty much has the same trigger system as the Viper there, skeletonized. And look, you've got the capacity if you wish. You may need to get something off the market for this, but you can adjust the trigger. There's your slide catch and release, and as always, you would use that if you want to take down this bad boy. And look, once again, it just wouldn't be what it is if it didn't have one of those bad boy extended mag releases. And while I'm here, it's interesting to note that unlike the Viper, the stippling does not continue under the trigger guard. It's smooth, but it is wrapped around the entire grip. And of course, you got your front serrations there, very handy for your press checks. Oh, did I forget to mention hand stippled each one? I'd hate to be that guy or girl. And this is what this bad boy looks like on the other side. Loving once again the markings on the slide, and I kind of prefer this side because you get to see more of that gorgeous outer barrel. And look at the cutout. Again, I've got to say a huge thank you to IWHOLESALES who sent this out to me to have a look at, play with, and add to the collection. And then looking at the top of the slide, again you've got your Taran Tactical logo, and then on the barrel, even though it's 6mm BBs. Now, before I put the mag in to complete that picture, and boy is it a bad boy picture, let's talk about said mag. It's not any old mag. This bad boy, apart from it being 42 rounds, so it's extended, it has a superior cooldown resistance feature, meaning you shouldn't be affected. You know when I always do these unboxings and the mags get really cold and then the performance drops? Apparently not with this bad boy. Right, so I'm guessing the whole hop-up system is exactly the same as the Pit Viper, so there's no need for me to take this down. Oh, go on then. Yep, looks the same to me. Looks like you got a similar, if not the same spring. There's your hop unit, yeah. And there's your nozzle, yeah. And there's your lower frame. Okay. Oh, just like the Viper. Just like the Viper. Buttery smooth. And oh my gosh, did you see that? Look at what it looks like with the slide back. Look at that outer barrel. Come on. Let's complete that picture. Oh, this bad boy is ready to rumble. Well, actually it isn't because I've got to get gas and BBs in it. Right. So we've got gas in the mag. We've got BBs in the mag. Oh, and just in case you're wondering, even though the grip is polymer, everything else, apart from the guard, is metal. So all of this metal, it's metal basically, it's just the grip. But of course, it's got a big old metal flared mag well. Oh, I'm telling you, this is a substantial mag. Oh, by the way, Tokyo Marui high kappa compatible mags will work in this bad boy, okay? WeTac to a certain extent. Oh, and the mag from the Pit Viper? Does it go in the Alpha? Of course it does. Come on. Right. What a mag. Right, so we're going to do a chrono test and an accuracy test. I don't need to explain anything anymore. I'm just going to get on with it and do it because I've said it so many times in each video. Oh, by the way, thank you for almost 60,000 views already in 1 week on this bad boy, the Viper. Nice. Right. Oh, that is so buttery. Remember, the first one is nearly always naughty. Not bad. Oh, that's a decent set of numbers there. Okay, quick disclaimer. I actually chronoed it and the camera wasn't running. So this is my second attempt. And guess what? The very first BB that left the barrel registered 376 FPS. And then it started to drop. Okay, so I had to just put a bit more gas back in there, refill it with BBs, and then do this chrono test that you're seeing now. And as you can see, we're looking at a comfortable 350. Yeah, pretty much bang on for most CQB sites. Oh, come on! I've got some explaining to do, but I'm still quite excited with these results. Now you might be thinking, but you didn't hit the bullseye. Forget the bullseye. Look at the groupings on that. Every single one landed there. Every single one, apart from one just off, landed there. And look at the groupings here. Now, you can see what's going on. The RMR sight on here, I don't think was tight enough on the slide. It slightly moved from when I adjusted it earlier. And if you would allow me, please, I'm going to go again on that row because that grouping is epic. Oh, hell yeah! Ha! I knew it. I just needed to zero in the optics that I had on this piece, or have on this piece, and look at the difference between the results. Accuracy on this alpha is awesome. Add a little bit of human error here and there, and look at the results I'm still getting. The flipping... I can say flipping, can't I? Yeah. The flipping groupings is epic! Epic! All four, look, right there. Then look here. And then look, don't even get me started on this. That is... Perfect. I tell you what, I've got... Ooh, look at that. That is so smexy like that. Anyway, I tell you what, I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it in the history of this channel, and I've been going for a minute. And as you know, I've got loads and loads of airsoft stuff, right? This bad boy right here has won the best accuracy results ever on the history of my channel for accuracy for a sidearm. I said it. Mic drop. Right now, as you can imagine, because obviously look at the state that it's in, the slide has locked back, so I have used all 42 BBs. You may not have seen me use all 42 because off camera, when I had to zero in this bad boy, I had to obviously use the BBs that were in the magazine to do so. But yes, I've used all 42. There's obviously still gas in this thing, so I'm going to fill it up again, all 42 BBs, and see if it can do another mag's worth. Right, the mag's full up again with BBs. I've not put any more gas in there. Let's see what we can do. It's getting weaker. Oh, but it's still locked back. The mag should be empty. Yep, completely empty. Right, so by my calculations, 6,244 divided by 16 minus 22, remove the power of 9 divided by 6. Damn! That's a total of 84 BBs, and it's still got a bit of gas in there. Amazing! So, what are my initial thoughts on this bad boy? Well, it very much reminds me, for obvious reasons, of the Pit Viper. I love this thing. It is nice and powerful. The accuracy is off the scale. You may say it's because I was using that. Well, it doesn't have its own iron sight, so of course I had to use that. I had to use something. Sorry, something. But yeah, that could be an advantage. Having one of these zeroed in correctly, it's going to be awesome. But yeah, love it. Is there anything about it I don't like? Although I love the fact that the inner barrel goes all the way to the end of this comp right here, the overall look of this looks a bit funny, looks like an anteater, but that's just me being picky. Now remember I said I was going to give you a little update on the two Combat Masters I've done before, one being the EMG version and the other one being the Army Armament. Guess what? Both are still working flawlessly. Both have been used in some amateur dramatics for filming, and I think I used one of them at gameplay. I can't remember which one. But anyway, let me tell you this. It's not a fault per se of these pieces. That's the Pit Viper. That's still, you know, brand spanking new. Both magazines are leaking. Now, that could be my fault, because with the amount of pieces I've got in my collection, it's very rare that I use any of these more than 2 or 3 times in any quick or short period of time. So, you know, you're supposed to leave a little bit of green gas in the mags. You're not supposed to just leave them bone dry, because the O-rings don't really like that. I think, I could be wrong, but I think that could be the cause of why both mags, when you fill them with gas, you hear a very slight on both every time without fail. So I'm going to put some maintenance gas through these, and I'm sure that will fix them. But other than that, they're still working flawlessly. I'm still in two minds which one I prefer, the EMG version or the Army Armament version. I don't know. But what I do know, if you look up the word epic in the dictionary, you might see this. Actually, you won't. Should I do the Glock one, even though it's not a new model? And action!